So today, we are going to be playing a game I've been looking very much forward to. That is Faith by Airdorf Games. All 3 chapters on the Steam release, Faith the Unholy Trinity. I have played Faith Chapter 1 and 2 on my own time off stream before, but Chapter 3 is finally out. And so I might as well play all of it so I can remember everything, right? Yeah, and it even gives me this little thing I can use. Gary loves you. Yeah! Oh, it cannot catch up with me on that.
September 21st, 1987.
Uh-oh.
It's been 1 year since I first went inside that house.
Uh-oh, hold on.
I have to finish what I started. What I am about to do has not been approved by the Vatican.
No, it has not. Oh, hold on. I need to fix the issue real quick. As you can see, all the thing is in Latin. Begin, instruction, options, extras, exit. Extras. Replay intro. No, we're fine. Credits later. Initiatus. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Marathon Mode. Yes! Waiting will delete save. Okay. What I am doing has not been approved by the Vatican. Granted, most things I do are not approved by the Vatican. I'll probably need to turn the volume up. Have you forgotten already? This forest has a mind of its own. If you get lost, you could always try remembering where you've been. Pressing the escape key or start button is a good place to start. Oh, huh. That was never in the original. Okay. This dead tree that I'm going to bless. Be gone, evil spirit. No! Go away. Today I noticed Amy's favorite tree looks like it's dying. All the needles are falling off it and the bark is peeling. I guess I'm more upset about it than Amy is. She is totally absorbed in her volunteer work at the clinic. I guess it's good that she found something she's passionate about. But I've gotten ugly looks from some of the women at book club. Kathy and her religious friends won't even talk to me anymore. Bless the swell. Gone. You're invited. Come celebrate Nate and Jason's 6th birthday, Saturday, May 3rd at 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Directions: turn right at 1338 Snake Meadow Hill Road and go straight past the well. Bless these bones. In the name of the Lord. Bob, the kids and I miss you more every day. The twins and Amy have started their next school year here at home. Amy keeps asking when she's going to be allowed to go to real school. I think she's getting cabin fever. The twins are having no problem occupying their time. Yesterday, they came in with their hands covered in blood. I guess they found a dead deer and thought it would be a good idea to touch it. I think we might have a coyote problem because when I went out with them to look at the dead deer, it was a pretty gruesome sight. All this just a day after the twins' birthday party. Can't wait till you come home. The Martins' house lies about 100 yards off Snake Meadow Hill Road. There is almost no driveway. Trees jut over in the middle of a gravel path that is mostly covered in grass. It was difficult to find the house, especially since it was already dark when we arrived. Father Allred seemed to know where he was going. He simply drove straight ahead until we arrived at the house. In the headlights, I saw the old shed off to the right of the path. Father Allred explained he would rather perform the exorcism away from the house, but the Martins had insisted that Amy remain inside. He complained that having the family present makes it difficult to proceed with elements of the rite that may seem harsh to the layperson. Bless the shed. Or we'll go in it instead. And then we see That little gremlin. No! Go away. Little gremlin. Yep. Let me in. Mr. and Miss Martin greeted us at the front porch. Mr. Martin led us downstairs to the basement, explaining that Amy was down there in restraints. I felt for him. There was guilt and shame in his voice. Amy was in the very back of the attic in a chair, perfectly calm, staring at us. It is hard to describe the look on her face. It was not the kind of look a child gives you. Bless this child's painting. Yep. Nate. Oh man, there's a shadow on me. Bless the shadow, or not. Bless this one toy in particular. Bob must be stationed somewhere in the Middle East because he sent over this weird-looking doll for Amy's birthday. I'll ask Anish about it next time we have book club. She looks like she could be from over there. Goodness sakes. Amy didn't seem excited to see the doll. I think she would rather have a phone instead, or maybe seeing a baby doll makes her feel self-conscious about working at the clinic. Another note. I guess I was the only one who thought to check in the attic. When I got up there, it was freezing cold. I found Amy standing in the back looking straight at me, like when I first met her downstairs. We spoke briefly, although it was frustrating to talk to her or it. I experienced a bit of deception from the demon. During our conversation, she uttered my mother's first name and in other instances spoke perfect Latin. I called for help from the others. Nobody came, so I regained my crucifix and I raised my crucifix and began the rite again. So I think we're gonna have to go downstairs to the basement, like the note said. Bless this rubber ducky. I don't feel safe in my own home anymore. I hear voices outside around the house at night. I don't let the twins go out in the woods to play because I'm afraid of what's out there. The house itself feels stressed, distorted, slanted somehow. It's like I'm walking through a carnival funhouse. Amy's condition has only gotten worse. I can't stand to be around her, and I just don't know why. She just doesn't seem like herself anymore. I want to take her to the doctor, but I can't leave the boys here. I find that the phone stops working throughout the day, and now I can't seem to find my car keys. Thank God Bob comes home tomorrow. Bless this baby crib or gate thing. Dear Amy, thanks for writing. It really brightened my day hearing from you. In your letter, you asked what's the weirdest thing I've seen as a missionary. The area we are working in has a lot of folks who practice Quimbamba. It's what you might call a pagan religion. It's kind of a mix of Catholic and African religions. One of the saints they worship is San Le Muerte, or Saint Death. Yesterday, we talked to a boy about 15. When we asked him if he had ever prayed, he said, no, but I have prayed to San La Muerte. He told us about a time when he stayed over at his cousin's house, and according to him, they prayed to some figures of San La Muerte, and the figure made things in the house move around. He got real quiet and scared looking after that. We told him he could pray to God and that God wouldn't make him feel scared like that. We invited him to church, but he hasn't come yet. I need to wrap this letter up and get back to work. See you in 4 months, Leighton. Oh, little ritual. Amy's parents could not endure witnessing the proceedings of the rite for long. Miss Martin was hysterical, and the thing that was inside Amy was feeding off the fear. Father Allred asked me to take the Martins upstairs. I was physically worn out, but managed to get them back to the stairs into the kitchen. Amy was screaming, "Mother, Mother," the whole time. Finally, I got them to sit down with me at the kitchen table. After a few minutes, we couldn't hear much of anything down in the basement, so I went down to check on things. I found Father Allred lying on his back unconscious with his arms spread out wide. Amy was not in the chair. Oh, you all moved. I still need to check out this creepy devil's pit blood. Be gone. Oh, I'm on the bed. A the upstairs.
She is here.
Indeed. Down here in particular. No.
I heard a door open upstairs.
Okay, cool. I just had to banish her X amount of times. That's fine. Gary has some cake on him. Goodness sakes. Molly, the church might contact you in a few days to tell you their version of what happened to me. I want you to hear it from me first. A year ago, I was invited in the exorcism of Amy Martin. Oh, excuse me. What they said in the papers about what happened isn't true. She, my superior father, when I confronted her, she managed to cut the power to the house and her own parents with her own. I have to go back to the house. The nightmares I'm having are real. She's still there waiting for me. I can still help her. If I don't come back, know that I love you and I'm sorry. John. Spooky crosses are spinning. Not mine.
My God, what happened to you? Do you think my face is pretty?
No.
I have to finish what I started. She died, priest.
Ooh, I didn't notice that before. That's interesting. Be gone! I hold out my cross to smite thee! Oh, darn it!
Mortis.
Yeah, there's the first one. There's the first one. Alright, take two. Be gone, foul spirit. Yeah, this, I kind of remember this part. Oh, didn't remember that part. Okay.
Mortis.
Be blessed. There we go. Had to cheese it a little bit. Be gone. Okay. Now I know there's 3 different endings for this. Kill her. Not gonna do that.
A gun with one bullet.
There she is. And the deed is done. Yeah! There it is. Ending 1 of 5, murderer. Yep. Police arrest man accused of murdering missing girl. A New York man is in custody today after he confessed to the murder of a Sterling girl who had been missing. John Ward of Palmyra was pulled over on Snake Meadow Hill Road last night after a state trooper reported hearing a gunshot. The officer thought it might be poachers. The officer said Ward was acting nervous and suspicious after being pulled over. When questioned, Ward reportedly said, "I've killed her." According to the police report, the officer called for backup after Ward became increasingly upset, saying repeatedly that there was a demon inside her. Ward was taken to Sterling Police Headquarters for further questioning. Ward then confessed to authorities that he shot and killed Amy Martin, a 17-year-old girl who had been missing for 9 days after escaping from a mental institution. After a brief search, police located Amy's body in the woods near the near the now abandoned Martin home. In addition to receiving a gunshot wound to the stomach, Amy showed injuries suggesting she had been thrown out of the second-story window of the house. An officer who helped recover the body told reporters that Amy's face had been mutilated in a very brutal manner. Ward was found dressed as a priest when he was pulled over. It is suspected that he is impersonating a priest to gain his victims' trust after Catholic authorities in Rome confirmed that Ward was not an ordained minister. The rest of the article is missing. Okay, and that's our bullet shot for that ending. Yeah, we're driving.
I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him I will trust. I shall not be afraid.
Ending 2 of 5, father and son. Esteemed Cardinal Gifford, with all due respect, you cannot grasp the importance of the work I am doing for young Michael without being present here. Michael needs my help now more than ever. In the past few weeks, I have made great progress with Michael's affliction. Nevertheless, whatever darkness is inside of him fights back with increasing ferocity. He must not let up the fight against the enemy of such a critical time, or at such a critical time. There is another reason why I dare not return Michael to his family nor let them see him. The darkness inside him afflicts his soul, but it also causes a terrible strain on his body, so that there may be no mistaking what I mean. I have enclosed a photograph of young Michael during one of our sessions. The photograph is missing. There we go. Okay, that did it. So we're only going to do all the endings for this one because... yeah, there we go. Because the endings here only matter for what you shoot with the gun. The other ones... oh, this is ending 3. The other ones require a whole playthrough for that, and we're not doing that here. We're just going to be doing all the endings for Chapter 1, just to show you. Ending 3, The Offering. Hello, Amy. I'm so sorry to hear about your parents' decision. It's hard for people to trust what they do not understand. I know you are only 17, but you are clearly an adult, and you are capable, and you are able to handle your own life. Do not let your mom and dad stop you from following your dreams. If there is anything I can do to help, just let me know. We are having a get-together at the clinic Saturday night, and I would love for you to stop by. We will consider you a part of the team, even if your mom and dad do not. We hope to see you there. Gary. Line myself up with the deer. Bop. Headshot. Yeah, we're out.
I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him I will trust. I shall not be afraid of the terror.
So many deer. Ending 4 of 5, The Hunter. Unidentified body discovered near wrecked car. The site of a deadly car accident was discovered along a road near Sterling this morning, along with the body of a person who has not yet been identified. At 6 a.m. this morning, a resident called to report an accident along Snake Meadow Hill Road. The driver of a silver sedan had swerved off the road and struck a tree. A spokesman for the police commented that the body appeared to have been dragged several yards away from the car deeper into the woods after having been ejected from the front windshield. It was noted that the body has been, quote, mangled beyond recognition, end quote. Investigators suspect this was probably the work of coyotes. Police also noted that parts of a cleaned white-tailed deer were found in the trunk of the car. From a white-tailed deer, a hunter typically gets 15 pounds of meat. However, it appears the victim of the accident was only able to carry 25 pounds of meat back to the car. I'm sorry, 75 pounds of meat, not 15. I had to... okay, I need to get ready for this, actually. I need to focus on this. Get dunked on. Alright, that's the canon ending.
I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him I will trust.
At least I believe it
I
is.
shall not be afraid of the terror in the night, nor the evil that walketh in darkness. Because I have made the Lord my refuge. Because I have set my love upon him, therefore will he deliver me. I shall call upon him and he will answer me. He will be with me in trouble. He will deliver me and honor me. I can't explain what happened at that house. I can only have faith that I did the right deed.
That you did, John. That you did. Ending 5 of 5, when faith endures. I would like to read about the endings, please. That's all I want. Police. Animal experts investigating chupacabra remains found near Sterling. Sterling PD is enlisting the help of local animal experts from the University of Connecticut after the remains of an unidentified animal were found near Sterling. The remains of an animal, which some residents are calling a chupacabra, were discovered on Snake Meadow Hill Road by a motorist yesterday. The animal had apparently been struck by a vehicle, and parts of its carcass were scattered across the road. Police say they initially investigated the gruesome scene because the motorist who discovered the remains had told them they appeared to be of a person. After arriving at the scene, police concluded that the remains were of some kind of animal. As a matter of public safety, we want to be sure about what exactly we're dealing with here, end quote, said a Sterling police spokesman. Quote, this is clearly not a deer or a coyote. If it's a mountain lion or exotic pet that escaped from its owners or an animal with rabies, we need to know about it, end quote. Animal experts attached to the investigation would not speculate about what kind of animal had been found, although they commented that the animal was hairless, anemic, and apparently suffered from rickets, a vitamin D deficiency that appears in animals and children who have not received enough sunlight.